Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
Good evening, folks. Let's bring in the crew, shall we? From Daly City, Bay Area, we got John J. What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
From somewhere in the Midwest, I'm part of the Midwest gang too. We got the Sentinel football. Should go check out the show.
What up? I'm actually in the East Bay.
East Bay?
Yeah, I'm actually in the East Bay. I don't want to be specific, but yeah, I am. I'm a Bay Area native right now.
Right. And I don't know if this is. Hold on. Let's see who this is. Oh,
yeah.
From the Philadelphia area, it's Lil Sponge. And from the city that's named after him, David Corona.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
What's up?
What up, David?
Nothing much, man.
Let me know if you can hear my AC machine because I have it blasting right now.
Nah, I can't hear nothing.
I don't. I got the noise cancellation going on with mine too, and I got mine going, and I highly doubt you can hear it. But
No.
Yeah, 'cause I got the same setup, noise cancellation and everything.
Yep. Even where I live, it's hot, but the East Bay is like way hotter. So
Yeah.
although my neighbor's motorcycle comes through, but that thing is like, I don't know if it's just straight pipe or if he has something to actually amplify it, but it's loud. You should hear him pulling in at night, folks. He like gently putting by, trying not to disturb everybody, but it's still loud. Anyways, well, nothing big has happened. There's all kinds of speculation on the BA meeting. Oh, it went well. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, it went well. No, it didn't. Yeah. I'm thinking it's about $28.5 million. Armand St. Brown type of guaranteed money. And the language should be worked out by the end of next week. So,
all right, let's go. Training camp
maybe we'll hear about it in the next week or beginning of the week after.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I hear crickets from Brandon Ayuk at this point, though. That says a lot, right?
And they said the Steelers will give up 3 first-round picks for him.
That's a lie.
No,
They said they'll give him $30 million what he wants.
That's also a lie.
Well, if they want to pay that much for him, then they have an offensive lineman or two. I want.
Yeah, I know, right?
Trade him for Brian Ayuk.
Well, it would be Brandon Ayuk's a proven commodity. See, and the guy I want isn't a proven commodity. So it would be Fontenot, who was a left tackle for a left-handed quarterback. So meaning, he's like a right tackle for a right-handed quarterback. Yeah. Not the blindside guy, right?
Right.
So the blindside guy was
any help on the O-line.
Yep.
All right, yeah, I'm here now. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Spun?
But yeah, Fontenot and some draft picks. What are you willing to give up? It'd be I'd let them bid against themselves a little bit.
I think it would just be like one of their wide receivers and then like 2 firsts or a first and a second.
Well, that's the thing, Sponges. Why would you trade a player, that will help you right now and with a Super Bowl ready team away for maybe a backup wide receiver and some draft picks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your organization is stupid.
No, our owner has moments of stupidity.
He does.
That's the only
Like the
thing.
Jim Harbaugh leaky ship thing that happened.
Yeah.
But ever since then, the Niners have not been a leaky ship. You don't hear about anything happening until it's actually happened. So all you hear is speculation, right?
And that drives the fan base crazy. Every offseason, the 49er fan base goes crazy because they're not, we don't know anything.
That's exactly it. We can't stand the silence, right?
Yep.
Keep my eye out for other folks. Melissa should be joining us at some point tonight. I don't know when.
And then you're trying to translate through cryptic, social media posts and interviews. And it's like, what the hell is really going on?
Oh, Spongy, there's a question for you in the chat.
But that's,
I just saw that.
Shout out to TRL. What up, buddy?
Well, what's up, TR?
Yes.
Really?
How my son Spongy doing?
Yeah. If you don't get the joke, that's okay.
What's up,
we're
Daddy?
Really?
babysitting him right now. He's fine.
You let him out, TR?
What time does he have to be home?
Damn.
Hey,
What's good, Don Dodson?
Don.
Back east, folks.
Hello, Don.
how you doing, Don?
Another back east faithful. Bebop.
What's up,
good?
Bebop?
Bebop Jones.
What up, Big Mom?
I hopefully this month go fast, man. I want to get that surgery done.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. You go in at the end of the month, huh?
Yeah.
August 1st.
Surgery for what?
He'll fly by
My
fast.
my back.
Yeah.
Shit.
My second one.
Yep.
Surgery for what?
Yeah. That
I
shows
hurt my back by lifting weights.
Ouch.
Yep.
I'll be back real quick.
Yep.
Now that does happen, but you got to keep that thing straight, no matter how or what you're lifting. Sometimes it's a hard thing to do, though. But yeah, I got in a little bit of a fight with the tree. My
Well,
my Jeep, the urethane, the driver's side urethane section got all jacked up. I can't even pop it out. I just cut it off
tomorrow. So how are you gonna do that? Do I have to be home?
Say what?
It's a joke.
Oh.
He's messing with Sponge because his Diamondbacks own the.
Yeah, he went to his camp because we got tired of him.
Oh, sent you to summer camp, huh?
49ers.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it ain't band camp, because all kinds of crazy stuff happens
Oh,
about that.
Oh, jeez. He doesn't know that reference.
Big Niner. Here's
Hold
something
on.
that's funny. Like he's not like real camp.
No, he's not gonna help.
In the woods with the bears. He's in a.
What up, Daniel?
In a urban camp out, with modern technology.
Yep.
Yeah, kids are spoiled today. I'm sorry to say that. Jeez. You learn how to fish,
Uh-oh.
shoot, all that cool stuff.
We got us another guest. Hey, it's Izzy. What's good?
Hi, fellas. We got
Hey.
stuck in traffic for like 15 minutes, and I live like 5 streets away from where we were watching fireworks.
That always happens. That always happens. I cheat. We got these mountains, and I just drive up the mountain, and stop on a good hill, and I can literally see all the fireworks in the whole valley going on. So
Well, this was special because my mom hurt her foot, so she can't walk very much right now without hurting herself further. And last year, we had rain for maybe like 3 weeks in July. Like every day that there was any kind of fireworks in my area scheduled, it was rained out. And then it happened again this Sunday when they were supposed to have this like big food truck festival and Paramus fireworks. So like everybody and their mother was out there at the Saddle River County Park today to watch fireworks. So it was fun and it made her happy. And I wore my Niner cap. So
Sweet. Yeah, last weekend kind of had a bit of an issue. I was telling these guys I got in a fight with a tree. I might have a picture I can show you. And it wasn't anything major. It was just the urethane part of the bumper. I don't need that. You know. There we go. There's a picture of it right there. See that nice indented section right there?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a little droopy.
And that's an up close picture. Just so you have an idea of yeah, it was creased so bad.
Yeah.
So I took my Sawzall and cut the ends off of it. Ordered some end caps to make it look right. Because apparently they actually, I didn't even know they made them until after I cut it. I'm not gonna lie. But I was just like, after I cut it, I was like, I cut it like close because there's a metal bumper in there, but that wasn't part of it. The corners aren't; they're just urethane. So I just cut it off, and I don't need that. I'll just have to be careful not to run my tire into a tree, right? Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But yeah, down in there's a hurricane going on. It's about to hit.
Wow.
It's about to hit, I think, South Mexico.
Oh, damn.
I believe it hits on Thursday. I'm gonna have to look into that. But the area my daughter lives, literally, it was heading at them, and now it decided to turn. So shout out to the hurricane. Let's find out the hurricane's name so we can properly shout it out.
Hopefully everybody's all right over there.
Yep.
But the area it's hit, they're not, construction wise and everything, they might not be up to date. So hopefully everyone can get to a safe place. But I know where she's at. The resort they're at is all boarded up, and everyone's in a house in a living quarters that's actually built for hurricanes. So Beryl.
That's scary, man.
Beryl? Beryl? Beryl. How do you pronounce that? Yeah, Hurricane Beryl. It's gonna miss them. not by
You
a
ever
lot.
seen a tornado?
I've actually I actually saw a tornado hit a house that was within a mile of me. But this is back in the 90s. I'm in Utah, buddy. We got all these mountain ranges around. We don't get much of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it happened right when I was walking out of a movie theater. I just got done seeing that movie. Oh, it's a Jodie Foster movie. What was it called?
Panic Room.
Huh?
Panic Room. Silence of the Lambs.
Nope. No, it involved hurricanes.
Oh, Twister?
Yeah, there you go. Literally, me and my friends walked out of there. We're like, hey, we're BSing. We all looked to the right. And we're like, really?
What the hell?
Yeah.
watching Twister, and you guys saw a Twister.
Yeah. And
That's
it's rare, though. It
crazy.
happens like every 20-something years here in Utah. We don't, like I said, we don't get much of that.
Well, the most bizarre thing I've ever California, like in the late 90s. Do you remember this? Anybody who lived in the Bay Area might remember that there was an actual
John J. probably knows.
Yep.
It was an actual small tornado. It was the late 90s, early 2000s, and there was like some significant property damage in Sunnyvale.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yep. I know, yeah.
It's just weird.
Yep. We don't get a lot of hurricanes, tornadoes, all those natural disasters. We do get the earthquakes, so that's something
Yeah,
like.
that's
Yeah,
our
the earthquake.
specialty.
But when I think this was in 2001,
We're known for.
2002, I lived in this place called the Mission District, and I walked out of my house, and it was like around December, just before, and there was actual snow in the city. Now it was starting to melt because it's very warm. It doesn't like stay. So a lot of the snow when I left my house. So yeah, occasionally you get weird stuff like a few winters ago there was snow in the East Bay Hills. So we don't really get a lot of these things, but yeah, every now and then we get some weird stuff that, hey, this is California. It's not supposed to happen.
Right.
Hi, Jess.
Yeah, there's East Coast Red and Gold. They actually had a call-in show earlier. I called in. Corona called in.
Yep. Hello.
Say what's up. Bryant would have called in, but the man started a new job. He's going to be busy for a while. And when I mean a while, I mean a while. Whenever he has an opening, we will, me and him, we'll do a show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was wondering where he was.
Yeah. Yep. Life,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
life happens, right?
Yep, it does.
Can't control stuff outside of YouTube. You got to work.
That's right.
We're
And
not all.
welcome back, Spongy. He's got that Eagles Wi-Fi, so don't mind him.
That's true. The Eagles Wi-Fi never works, just like their football team never wins titles.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
but yeah, I mean, right now there's not a lot of news going on 49ers wise, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So other than Brandon Ayuk's, meeting and all this, everyone's speculating. Everyone that wasn't in the room, there we go. Let me be more specific. Speculating about it. So if they ain't in the room, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see that the Niners got a cameo mention on Hard Knocks?
Oh, they did?
Yeah, because it started off with like Joe Shane in the car talking about like the Giants' legacy and how he got there and stuff. And then it flashed forward to the Eagles lost to end the year, and then it flashed forward to like Super Bowl weekend, and they were talking about who did you have favored, and then it went right into like Brian Burns and Saquon and stuff, and yeah, there's a lot of Chris Jones.
Ooh, the New York Jets, huh? What is Hard Knocks like transferred into? This is not sponsored YouTube. We're just talking about a show.
Okay, so it's the New York Football Giants. It's because it's the 100th anniversary of the Giants, so they're having like a big to do, like beginning of the year to now, so throughout the whole season. And so this is the very first time they're gonna have a Hard Knocks for preseason. So that means it's gonna be from before the draft, before the free agency, all the way through the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So normally it's the training camp, then there's the in-season one, but now they're having a special one just for the Giants.
Yep. Yeah, I love the Hard Knock series. You get to know the stuff that the beat writers and reporters like what is not there, and the fun thing about Hard Knocks is it doesn't matter what team, you get to see all these players like the ones who are trying to get in there, what they do, what they're willing to do to get a contract, even though it's not much. And like the starters, like their journey, like all that stuff. And then of course, you get to see the front office and the owners and all that stuff. I think it's the Bears this year. I didn't know about the Giants one. I'll check that out as well. Yeah, Hard Knocks is really good, and the fun thing is it's the fights that happen. You get to see the intensity of these players. What it means for them just to be on a practice field, and the fights that they get into. Like it shows you how these players like they are not like goofing around like. And I encourage a lot of people to check out Hard Knocks, even like the older seasons, and it puts a perspective what an athlete has to go through. As a former athlete, yeah, it sucks always being cut, knowing you're not good enough. But you get to see like the players that even get cut, like their journey and how suck it is that they're broke and they got to do it again next year.
I can't wait till they feature Brian Burns because that's gonna be fun.
What's worse, a tornado or a tsunami?
Tsunamis happen with earthquakes, so I'll go with tsunami.
I would actually say destructive force wise, a tsunami. Because a tornado is going to hit a kind of a small area, and yeah, it's going to cause some wind damage here and there. But a tsunami hits like a whole coastline.
Oh damn! Yeah.
Like, do you remember that one that hit the Philippines? Like, I don't remember how many years ago that was.
Yeah, I remember, and it crashed the whole state or whatever.
It just destruction. All kinds of people lost their lives. It was, and they didn't really see it coming. Now we have buoys. We literally have tsunami buoys out there in the ocean that to give us a warning so they can evacuate to high ground and things like that, right? But that was the tsunami that caused it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
That's
Philippines,
crazy.
they're not exactly built for natural disaster.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
But if you're under the basement and a tornado comes, you could go down there and it won't hit, right?
Yeah, in 2014, I actually met a family. I think it was a 2012 or 2013 tsunami in Japan where it decimated a lot of areas. And then there was like a bunch of 6.0 earthquakes after the tsunami. That's why tsunamis are very dangerous and you don't want to be around those areas. It happens a lot in Japan. That's why they have tsunami. Like every year there's tsunamis, dangerous ones. Hawaii, yada. The most dangerous tsunami is like way before anyone's time. 1963, an earthquake happened in Chile, and it was almost a 10.0 earthquake. The tsunami went all the way up to Alaska, all the way up to that's how dangerous tsunamis and earthquakes are. They always are together, and so if a tsunami happens, even if it's a small one, there was an earthquake somewhere. It's very scary. And living right in San Francisco, and I've seen the fault. If an earthquake happens, a tsunami will rush all the way to the other side of the Pacific Ocean. It's so dangerous. So scary. Yep.
yeah, it's what?
So
I'm just reading I'm reading stuff on tsunamis, and I just found something sports related that I need to fact check.
yep.
Oh man. I don't think that's true, but I mean,
Well, what
I
happened?
found a article that says that Reggie White passed away in Indonesia because of their tsunami in 2004, but it was from arrhythmia, which is a heart condition from not breathing right during sleeping, folks. That's where sleep
Oh man.
apnea comes in.
Yep.
Yeah, sleep apnea.
I know someone who has that. They use that machine. So
Yeah, my wife has it.
yeah. The good thing about the technology, as years pass by, like the technology is getting better, and so because he's on, a California plan that helps people who are low income, now he has it's basically like a little small mask. You don't need the tube no more, and there's like a little small cartridge that helps you breathe. The technology, how it like that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
she don't use it because the Mexicans are all swollen,
and
and
then you have
she
to clean
and
it. Yeah, you have to clean it. So I've had to help the family member clean that shit out because like when you sleep, you breathe. There's a bacteria that builds in there. If you don't clean it, you're putting that bacteria back in your mouth. So, yep.
hell yeah.
Damian Lee, what's up, buddy? If you want to hop on, let me know. I'll send you the link.
Back-to-back home runs. Oh,
Are you talking about?
Remember, this is a football channel.
Yes.
oh I know.
Yes.
Right? Like Corey Davis says, David
Stroking
Corona.
up. We're going tonight.
Yeah, I'm
Up
still
by
searching
Dodger
for
talk,
just the right
please.
clip because there was a couple
Dodger.
times he said it like with
We're playing right now.
enthusiasm because he was like getting frustrated because it was the multiple times he said it. I'm searching for just the right one. I will have one soon though.
I miss Corey, man.
Yep.
So do I. Actually,
Sucks,
took a while to get used to doing this without him. I'm not gonna lie.
Sucks. It sucks. People have to die.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
that's
David.
weird.
One of these days, they'll just transfer our brains and our conscious into some, like robot, and then we'll live as long as they can keep our, the brain in good condition. We'll live. So who knows, right?
Yeah.
Unless the AI takes over the world and kills us, but then
Well, I was fortunate. I wish because I was gonna meet him at the stadium, so I was like, I didn't have a fortune to meet the guy. You guys did.
Uh-oh. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's what kind of hurt my heart. Like, I was gonna meet him at the game on Christmas, and I heard he passed, and it's kind of hurt.
Mm-hmm. Like,
So I know McNina met him, John Jay met him, Brian, and Bethel.
mm-hmm. Like on screen, like we all are the same size because we're all. But when I saw Korey the first time, I was like, I felt like a child. Now I'm not saying he was like super tall and giant, but I felt like, damn, he's larger than life. And so when you meet people for the first time, you get to see them. You get to see them because on the square box on StreamYard, we're all the same size. But when you meet people, I've always had I'm not saying a gift, but I've had the privilege to talk and converse and be around people. That feeling. Today, like not too many people have that luxury of like like I love meeting people because you get to see them face to face. You get to shake their hand. You get to talk to them. You get to see them. It's
Yeah.
a wonderful feeling, and like I have a lot of younger nephews and nieces, and like all they want to do is talk to their friends on their phones. They don't want to go outside for some reason. So meeting Korey was fun, and I'm just honored that I got to spend a whole day with him.
Yeah, I'm just reading an interview they did with Ayuk.
Are you talking about that Pivot podcast?
I don't know. I'm not sure where this came from. Well, I'm not sure where the reportedly close to the deal with Ayuk. Let me read that. Yes, that's exactly where it's from.
Well, if you guys are like me and you can't stand Brian Clark, Steph Sanchez on 49 Carats did a really nice breakdown of covering some of the main topics that the interview covered, and then she showed a few clips of Brandon actually answering some questions. So I really
Well,
appreciated her doing that with Weston.
a lot of people, what they do is they'll shoot the interview, and then they'll ask certain questions in a certain way to get a certain response, and then they won't show the entire interview. They'll just show what they want
The
to show,
response, yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
that's
portion you're
not
talking
right,
about.
because you're not giving us the whole story.
Yeah. That's not news. That's propaganda to a certain extent.
But
So we doing trivia tonight, David?
yes, might as well. I was actually just looking through the book, making sure I was in the right spot.
Hi, Dawn.
Oh, whose first concert? I have to rewind.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, she doesn't quite say.
Was it like her daughter or something? I don't know.
Oh no. Oh, Jayla's last night.
Nice.
Is that the band name?
No, Jayla's
That's her
her daughter.
Yeah, that's her daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was well, my daughter played sports, so it involved a whole lot of traveling all over Utah, because they play teams from all over the northern half, and they play a late winter, I'm gonna say, tournament down in St. George, which is in southern Utah. That involves like teams from like Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Arizona. I think there was a team from New Mexico last time I went. But it's actually a very packed house at that point, because I was calling to find a hotel room. I'm a non-smoker, and all I could find was a smoker hotel room. So it was like, it wasn't bad, but it took a minute to get used to, right?
Sure.
Now everything is smoke free.
Yes, you're not allowed to smoke. You can't do that anymore.
I mean, isn't Paula Abdul a dancer?
No,
Yeah. She's a professional choreographer. She dances and she sings, and she was an American Idol judge for a while.
Yeah, I know she was on Idol. She was also on what's it called? Crap. Oh, The Masked Singer. She was like a judge for like a little bit.
So, Spongy, did you see your running back featured on Hard Knocks?
Yeah, I did, and how I forget who it was. If it was Shane or Mara, didn't want to let him go.
That was Mara.
That just gives me even more. I love the movie even more.
They even mentioned your other running back, DeAndre Swift, who I think ended up in the Giants, or did he end up in Carolina?
I think, didn't he sign with the Bears?
Mm-hmm. Well,
the only reason I remember that is because Michael shoves it in my face every single time.
Well, no matter how Spongy, listens to his opinion, running backs, for whatever the reason, once they get past a certain age, they're never going to be in the Pro Bowl, like conversation. I'm not saying he's going to be awful. I'm just saying that he's not going to be the same that he was the previous years, because they break down very easily. So.
Well, I mean, Saquon's had ACL tears. He's over 27 years old. Barely had one healthy year, so.
Well, and that's the thing, is if he can stay healthy, he's a weapon. That's the big if with him, right?
Well, that's the funny part, though, McNarder, because they then spent like 15 minutes at the beginning of the episode just talking about how either Philadelphia or like one other team might bite and trade for Saquon because they have the better offensive line, so maybe they could get production out of him. And it's just it's so crazy how much time they spent on Saquon Barkley to begin this show.
They had to
I mean, what can
reassure
you
all
expect?
of
They
the
love him.
Giants fans that the huge Saquon Barkley fans that they missed him and all that. To me, it's just I think he's done. To be honest, I mean, he was the only weapon in New York for a long time. They pretty much ran
You
him
want to talk
into the
about?
ground. To be honest,
Want to talk about Greg Olson being absolutely wasted at Christian McCaffrey's wedding?
I didn't see
Their
anything
video
about
footage?
that, but that doesn't surprise me.
There was a picture. I'll send it to you, McNally. It was funny.
I'm not shocked. I mean, Greg Olson has been kind of bitter ever since Tom Brady officially accepted his role on Fox as the number one anchor, and now he's back to being number two.
Who's gonna take that number one anchor spot soon?
Jalen
Who's
Hurts.
that, Spongy?
Jason Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey already has a job on ESPN, which is a different network. And he's doing
Thank
Monday
God.
nights. He actually got Robert Griffin
Well, only have to hear.
replaced,
He
so
got RG3 fired. Yeah.
We're going to learn so much more about the game from Tom Brady because I was just listening to just him talking about the offensive line, and how, the technical stuff, and he knows when to talk and then when not to talk, and that Tony Romo
who
pointing
would also-
out every single thing is annoying as it just annoys me.
You know who else would know a lot about the offensive line?
Who?
Jason Kelsey.
Yes, Jason Kelsey. You got that right.
Bungie, when you turn 18, let me know when you get your first Jason Kelsey tattoo. I'll help pay for it.
So, Spongy, does that mean that you're watching the Niners and Jets game so you can watch Jason Kelsey call his first game?
Mm-mm. Nope.
You're not even going to
He
watch for Hassan
only
Reddick
does-
on the Jets?
He only does pregame. He does pregame and postgame. That's about it.
Well, Jason Kelsey might be interesting. Like, that one play they do. I have a question. Is it
Oh my
more of a
God.
caress, or is it, or does he just jam on, or are they just jamming on in there? It's like.
Oh, okay.
And does Jalen have to use like memory foam, like underwear, so that you can get under it and grip him, and then really be able to push him so he doesn't slip, kind of thing? I want to know all the ins and outs, especially the outs.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, because you know what? You got a point. Because a sweaty center, he's just going to slip right off of him, right? What are we talking about?
Talking about Philadelphia.
I don't know what y'all are talking about at this point. I don't even think you guys know.
We're talking about how the Eagles are a trash organization.
That's funny. That's funny. That's real funny coming from a Niner fan.
Yes, because we have 5 rings. Yes, we're so bad that we have 5 rings.
We're such a unprestigious organization that we were the first to 5 Super Bowl championships. We're such an unprestigious organization.
Also,
that actually everybody cares because we're in the Super Bowl last year and you weren't. So,
Spongy, I care about the East first before you start talking about the West.
Also, will I
Oh,
ever?
we run the NFC, So I'm not concerned about that at all.
No, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about him because
Oh, yeah.
the East is gonna chew up the Eagles way before they face the West or the North or the South. It's a free for all.
It really is with the Commanders being kind of a overlooked team at this point.
I think they are being overlooked. I think they're going to come out and actually have a decent season.
Whoa! I said that they were going to be good. Okay.
No,
I don't want it to
all right,
happen,
whatever.
but
What was
it's
your
gonna
my record prediction for them is like 6-11. What's yours?
No, I have it more like 8-9 or 9-8, something more like that.
That wouldn't
I
surprise me
have a
either.
feeling the Commanders could easily go 10-7 and win your division.
Whoa!
So that's what Damian Lee is saying too. Is the first to 10 is next, and that he means winning the East, there, folks.
So also, I also have a question. Will I even be alive to ever see the Eagles have 5 rings?
No.
Okay.
I'm thinking not.
Okay.
I'd rather be dead at that point to see the Eagles before the Eagles. Yeah, put me in the ground and just, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, you don't want to see your favorite team succeed.
It's ironic. My first 49ers game was against the Eagles in 1994 at Candlestick, where you whooped our asses.
We won?
Yeah, you won. And then you guys got bounced out of the playoffs really quickly that year. Weren't you like the team of destiny that year?
I don't know.
The team of destiny never seems to win it.
Yeah, I know, right? The redemption tour, the revenge tour.
Like we said earlier, McNair, we're the team to beat.
I don't know about that.
100%.
I'm telling you, legitimately, you guys will be lucky if you win 8 games this year. And you're facing the South, the NFC South.
They're also facing the AFC North, I believe.
Oh boy.
No. I know who they're facing in the AFC. I'm just saying, like, out of the NFC squads, they're facing the South, and I wouldn't turn my nose up at the South because you really have no idea what the Falcons are going to be, the Saints are going to be, the Buccaneers are still somewhat decent.
Hold on. The Falcons have Kirk Cousins. If we have a primetime game with them, they're going to lose.
You lost to Tommy DeVito and Tyrod Taylor. You should not be talking about quarterbacks right now.
And
Zach Wilson.
They lost to Zach Wilson.
Let's be honest, Spongy. That was the last week of the season. He lost to Tyrod Taylor and Tommy DeVito.
And Zach Wilson.
Damn.
No, it was Drew Lock.
And you know what the crazy part is?
Beautiful pass.
As great as the season CJ Stroud had last year, you remember his one game that he lost that was a big game at the beginning of the year was to Bryce Young. So you can even sniff out the Panthers and say that's an automatic win.
It kind of is.
No, the Panthers kind of got better too.
And you forget that the Eagles, even when they're on a hot streak, Spongy, they always have that one game that they lose to a team that they feel like they're so much superior to.
Why do you know about the Eagles so much, Melissa?
Because I live in New Jersey. No. You're cutting me off. Let me explain. I'm in New Jersey. My father is a diehard Giants fan, and this is the shit that I always have to hear on WFAN and ESPN radio. And
you don't have to turn the Eagles radio station on, but you choose.
I don't listen to the Eagles station, Spongy.
I actually you do.
She's forced because of the fact of where she lives.
They covered the Giants and the Jets here. And by association, the one team being in your division, I hear about the Eagles because they are a Giants rival. That's not me haunting or stalking the Eagles. That's me hearing them by osmosis.
So you just came out as an Eagles fan. Okay, end of conversation. That's all we needed to hear.
No, she did not.
Hey, does everybody who live in New Jersey automatically become an Eagles fan?
No,
I've never heard of that.
Most of them actually become Giants fans.
So most of South Jersey is actually Eagles fans. North Jersey is split between Giants, Jets. Then you get the random Steelers or Cowboys fan.
There are actually a decent amount of Cowboys fans up here, sadly to say.
You hear
Oh,
me
they're
say ew there.
they're everywhere. You can find a Cowboys
No,
fan. You can be walking
you-
around, you'll find a Cowboys fan
the
at the
ac-
bottom of your
The
shoe.
actually grossest thing that ever happened up here is when I was just about graduating high school, and everybody was dapping because Cam Newton was dapping. I was like, nobody around here ever cared about the Carolina Panthers at all, and then all of a sudden, like everyone was dapping. Absolutely crazy.
Oh, that
No, I
Mr.
think
Game
I
Changer.
think that's more because it was like a trend, not that they care for the team. I think it's more of a trend, especially
Well,
Don, I would love
so
for you to come on.
I was gonna say I got you on Twitter, so if you feel like it next week, I'll DM you the link. I try to do it a day early. Sometimes I'll do it. I'll create the week on Sunday and I'll do it then. It just depends on how everything folds out. But I got you on Twitter, so
McNiner, if you want, I also have her on my Facebook account. So if you sent me the link, I can send it to her if you wanted me to, as like a backup.
Mm-hmm. So McNider, I forgot to ask you, how is your finger doing? Because I remember you injured it.
It bends. See? It bends.
And
The blister actually came off. That's kind of what you're looking at there. It's kind of weird, but I'm just waiting for literally the bone break to heal up now. So I mean, it's really not bad.
For John Jay.
What?
When are you gonna come out as an Eagles fan?
First of all, living where I live, if you're not a San Francisco Giants fan, if you're not a Niners fan or a Warriors fan, they'll ship you somewhere else. So it's a requirement. You have to be fans of here. It's not like Philadelphia where someone says that they will wear Cowboys gears because you said that and you continue to say that on streams. Okay.
Yeah, over Niner gear. See,
I've lived in several cities in the Bay Area. I've lived in other states. I have never once seen an Eagles jersey being worn by anybody.
yeah, because most
The
of us
Eagles
are
are
in Philly.
irrelevant. The Raiders
'Cause
in the
most
Bay
of
Area
us-
are more relevant.
most of
Even
us
they're in Las
moved
Vegas.
to our city.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the Eagles. We laugh at you because you guys have like the most. I can't even describe it, like the most like
Psychotic fan base.
psychotic, grungy,
And they throw batteries at people.
surly, obnoxious. It's like they're born obnoxious.
There's many videos of opposing fans walking in the stadium and just getting harassed all the way in. It's like, really?
No, the worst part is they high five each other and film it and then post it online, making it feel like they're so macho. It's like every Dallas fan who destroys a TV has to film themselves destroying a TV after a playoff loss and then posting it everywhere. It's like, come on, like, are you really that desperate for attention?
Guess they got money to buy another TV.
You gotta do
But
something.
Spongy,
I mean,
And you know what? Half those videos of the breaking TVs and stuff, they're fake.
hey Spongy, you know how when they have Charger games, especially now when they shifted the SoFi Stadium, how usually it's filled like 85% with the opposing team's fan base?
Yeah.
If they ever had an Eagles game at SoFi, I feel like you guys would barely make even half the stands.
Whoa.
That's how small your fan base is.
Whoa.
And that's saying a lot, Spongy, because like
I'm being honest. Like, do you guys remember like a couple of years ago the terrible towels came out there, even with like Ben Roethlisberger on his like last legs, and like
Mhm.
almost like 87 to 90% of the stadium was terrible towels. But
You
Yeah,
if we
not
talk
Pittsburgh.
about the other team in
Hold on.
Pennsylvania, they don't travel like that.
Melissa.
We've got a chapter. We've got a fan chapter of the 49ers in Japan,
Mhm.
going back to like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yep.
We've got fans on different continents.
Yep.
And McNiner, when are we gonna do trivia?
Well, we're about to start now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I got people on Twitter and 49er faithful Australia, UK, freaking.
Yep.
There's folks in Southern America. I mean, we're everywhere. We're
Belize.
everywhere.
Belize.
Yep.
Around the
Steelers,
world.
Cowboys,
Around the world.
Niners.
And also
Wow.
like a lot of people probably don't know a guy from Brazil called in on the Rumbo show, and he says that there's a giant contingency where he
I've
lives.
also heard that there's a giant Eagles fan base in Brazil. I've also heard that.
We'll be finding out week 1.
We'll find
Yeah,
out.
they're
Spongy.
lost in the Amazon.
Spongy,
tribe.
okay, no joke though. I'm not making fun of you. But you guys are playing in Brazil this year, and you do realize that they're not allowed to wear the green Eagle jerseys.
I understand that.
Like-
And neither are the Packers. The Packers aren't allowed to wear their jerseys either. What is the like? Why are you always saying Eagles that, Eagles this, Eagles that?
Because
That
I think it's hilarious. Like, you guys are so proud of being like the first team to play in Brazil with the Packers, and none of you are wearing your actual colors. We're allowed to.
Jeez Louise, do you like not read like articles and stuff? Man, you must not.
Spongy.
I didn't know the Philadelphia Eagle fan could read. I mean, that's very impressive, Spongy. I mean, salute to you.
I
You'll
didn't
be
know
the-
that the 49ers fan couldn't read.
Oh, I can read.
No,
I
I'm talking to
can read.
Melissa.
Oh, don't
You know what?
insult
Let
Melissa
him
like
have
that.
his dig. It'll make him feel better when he loses to Jordan Love to start week 1
Oh my goodness, that's going to be so wonderful to have.
on international television
And what if it doesn't?
on a Friday night
What if it
when
doesn't
the whole
happen?
world is watching.
No.
And Brazil is
What
a
if it
That's
doesn't
going
huge
to be
happen?
soccer
interesting because it's the first game in Brazil,
place from us.
and
They're not going to
both
want
teams
to be
got to
fans
go
of the loser.
so far to get there.
And what if it
I
doesn't
mean-
happen, Melissa? What if the Eagles win?
I'll laugh at my brother because he's a Packer fan. Either way, I win. There's no way I don't win in this scenario.
All right, let's do some trivia. I got to get off in half an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Melissa.
Yes.
Wow, this is kind of a strange question. Well, no, you're way down there. Sorry. I thought you were next to me. I needed to look up. John Jay,
Okay.
buddy.
Yep.
The 49ers made it a hat trick of world championships after defeating which AFC opponent in Super Bowl 23, 1988?
Yeah, that is a weird worded question.
It is. It is. When I read it, I was like, huh?
Okay.
But
Just tell me the Super Bowl number.
23, 1988. So it was actually played in 1989, but it was for the 88 season.
Let's see. Whew. I'm
There's
gonna
a
go-
certain announcer for the NFL who is still sore.
I know. I was gonna go with even before the hint. I was gonna go with the Bengals.
Chris Collinsworth, where you at?
That's a good question, Spongy. His statue came up missing from the stadium. It's kind of interesting.
You know what the funny part is? Boomer Esiason is on WFAN like almost daily during the NFL season, and I've never heard him once whine the way Collinsworth does every single Sunday. It's crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
And it's only gotten worse since Al Michaels left. And now it's Tirico just letting him go off the walls banana crazy about it.
Well, one of these days, hopefully, he'll retire, but or get fired. One of the two. I'll take either one. So Sentinel, what was the game's final score. This is 1988 Niners versus Bengals.
2016.
That's it.
Yes.
Where are you? Dang, you racking them up.
If he says
I was
yes,
worried
then I'll
about-
say boo. Boo.
Mhm.
No, it's yay, Spongy.
No, boo.
And you're next.
All I
Who
hear is
was
moo.
named the
Moo.
MVP? Spongy. Who was named the MVP of Super Bowl 23?
Ooh, Chris Collinsworth.
Wasn't it Jerry Rice?
Yep.
Melissa stole it.
And Spongy, a happy Independence Day Eve for you and all your Trolley Eagle stuff,
That's
and a
true.
happy 4th of July to the rest of you.
Yep.
Same
Don't
to you.
don't blow your fingers off, folks. Light it and throw it. You got me?
Yeah, and don't
The only one you can
make a
hold is
fist
the
while
rocket.
it's lit because it'll
No,
blow your
and
hand
Jason
off.
Pierre-Paul.
No burning, and
No.
no burning Eagles jerseys. No, none of it.
I'm not gonna partake
Philadelphia
in.
should be known more for the independence and the Revolutionary War, but all we get out of Philly is
Tomorrow's my sister's birthday.
Philadelphia fans.
Yep,
that
that's
up.
true.
Oh
Your
yeah.
sister's
All right.
birthday, Corona? Well, happy birthday to her.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Melissa, this one's for you.
Okay.
Which city hosted Super Bowl 23?
Miami?
Yep. All right. Uh-oh, Corona goes away when it's his turn. Nope, he's right there. All right, David, you ready?
Yeah.
How long was the 49ers' fourth quarter game-winning drive?
Was it what game was it?
It was Super Bowl 23 for the 1988 season. We played against the Bengals.
Oh,
Chris Collinsworth.
yeah. I watched this game too. It was on a repeat. I watched it like 3 times. I should know this answer. Was it 45?
Anyone want to try to steal?
30.
Yeah, can I steal?
Yeah.
There was 3 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock, I believe, at the beginning of the drive that would win the Super Bowl, and there was 39 seconds left on the clock when John Taylor scored the touchdown. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Wasn't it like 89 yards or like 90 something yards?
Yeah, 93 yards, I think.
Oh,
You guys
damn.
are really close.
93.
It wasn't
97?
95?
Nope.
Higher or lower?
92.
Oh,
92
Oh, damn.
yards.
I knew it was around 89. I just didn't remember what exact number.
All right, so we're back up to John Jay. Who caught Joe Montana's 10-yard pass with 34 seconds left on the clock to give the Niners the win?
I quit.
I'm gonna go with Taylor.
Yep. All right, and we're
Ooh,
sitting
it's so much like a 4.
Which Hollywood star in the crowd did Joe Montana point out to teammates at the start of the famous game-winning drive?
John Candy, rest in peace.
Nah, I thought it was Chris Collinsworth.
No.
No, Chris Collinsworth was busy on the ground under Ronnie Lott. So, Spongy, it's your turn. The 49ers started their postseason run by routing which opponent 34-9 in the divisional round?
You guys could do that to anybody, but let me take a guess. Wait, can you repeat the question again?
The 49ers started their postseason run by routing which opponent 34-9 in the divisional game matchup?
I'm gonna say that it was the Chicago Bears.
That's close. Anyone want to try to steal?
Falcons?
Nope.
No.
Was it the Redskins?
This is the 88 season. I know we played the Bears in the NFC Championship game for that season, but the divisional. Oh, the Vikings.
Yep.
Oh, I
thought it was the Falcons.
Jesus.
That was 98.
It was the Vikings.
Oh, 98.
All right. So who are we on? We're on Melissa, right? Right?
Yes.
Yep.
So San Francisco secured their third Super Bowl appearance after beating which team 28-3 in the NFC Championship game?
Oh my
Chicago
God.
Bears.
Yep. Shout out to Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the glory days, Michael. That's how long ago it was, buddy. I hope you're listening.
Damn.
Long time.
That was right after that Fog Bowl.
Yep. And we're to Corona. The 1988 49ers finished the regular season with how many wins?
1988. 10?
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, Corona's on it.
With David.
I think that was the one Super Bowl run where we had the least amount of wins.
I think you're
In
right.
the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
We're back up to John Jay. Who led the team in rushing in 1988 with 1,502 yards?
Let's see. 88.
Dang, well, that person sucks at whatever football.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
1,502 yards, Spongy. That's a lot.
What's his name? It's a
Hey,
tip of my
Spongy, you do realize that
He should
they
be,
used
he
to
should be
hate
in the
back
Hall
then.
of Fame.
Oh.
Damn it. I know who he is. Like, why is his name?
Can I
Oh,
steal?
Can I still?
Wait, give me a moment.
I'm saying he should be in the Hall of Fame, buddy. He's not.
I know who you're
We've
talking. I
made
know who you're
videos
talking about.
him getting robbed.
Now I know.
Chrono, we should say it at the same time, just for fun.
Why is his name not in the? Yeah, when we talk
Can
about
I give
it.
the initials
What is his name?
as a hint?
No.
Not that.
Ready, Marissa?
Yeah.
Not him.
1, 2, 3. Frank Gore.
Roger Craig.
Damn it.
Roger Craig.
Oh, why I say Frank Gore for?
How the hell did I not?
She got it right. I got it wrong.
Whatever.
It's all good.
I said.
Oh, speaking of Frank Gore, Corona, did you know he showed up on Hard Knocks?
Oh,
Yeah, because they were showing off. I think it was the Senior Bowl or the Combine, and they were
okay.
talking to Frank Gore about how he was a scout for the Niners and how
Nobody cares.
what his opinions are
do.
were on
I do.
Saquon and different running backs that were free agents and stuff. So, for anyone who likes Frank Gore, that part of Hard Knocks is definitely worth it.
damn, that's crazy.
Who actually watched Hard Knocks?
I did.
Okay.
I always watch the beginning.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, Giant.
I don't usually finish them now because
Okay.
they've just been so awful. Like I couldn't finish the Cardinals one this past year, the in-season one. I barely
I'm
forced
only
myself to
watching.
finish the
I'm
Jets
only
one.
watching it. I'm only watching it if my team's on it.
All right. So, Sentinel, we're on you, buddy.
All right.
Whose 11 and a half sacks led the 49ers in 1988?
Charles Haley.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. I know it's weird how I just randomly know this stuff, but I watched these football documentaries since I was like 10 years old. You know, of all the teams that had played before me.
You know,
I'm
it's
just a
kind of weird that you guys are Niner fans in
geek like
general.
that.
It's
I
kinda-
love those NFL documentaries.
No, it's not. It's not weird that we're 49ers fans,
I
Bundy.
know it's
It's
so,
not.
I know it's so hilarious how an Eagles fan is trying to talk crap for whatever the reason, and I think I figured it out. He's salty. He's mad that he's got to wear that green, disgusting bird jersey, and he's taking out his frustrations out of all of us. So hey, we forgive you. We forgive you, man.
Speaking of
You
Spongy,
know what? Okay. Spongy's gonna get pooped
So-
on by an bald eagle one day.
hey, you never know. You got to go to the wilderness though, Sponge, for that to happen. Which 1986 third round pick led the team in interceptions in the 1988 season with 7? I do not expect anyone to get this.
Wait, who's it?
I'm trying to think.
Correct. My bad.
So it was a third round pick in 1986. He's a 49er,
Huh.
and he led the team in 1988 in interceptions with 7.
That's such an easy one, David.
I know it's tough. Anyone want to steal?
Was it one of the linebackers that I can't think of the name of?
He was drafted in 1986. He's a cornerback, he said, right?
It doesn't say that. It just says third round pick. I'm actually looking him up to see what position he plays right now.
I feel like you asked this like a couple weeks ago. And I'm trying to remember, but I just can't put my finger on it.
He's 60 years
I cut
old
out a
right
little
now.
bit, so I missed part of the question. So it was 7 interceptions in the 1988 season.
And he was drafted in the
Person-
third round in '86.
And
Yeah, I probably won't know.
Okay, he is a corner. All right, so it's Tim McKyer.
Oh,
shout out to Tim McKyer.
Who?
Hey,
someone-
he led us. He was on a Super Bowl team, so you know.
He's probably better than any of the
He got
current.
He contributed to help us win a Super Bowl.
He's probably better
Yep.
than the current.
Jalen Hurts got
University.
carried. Actually, Jalen Hurts got pushed to the Super Bowl, literally.
So who are we on? Are we on Sponge?
dame esa.
Okay. Melissa, who were the 2 49ers to receive first team All Pro honors in 1988? Oh, wow.
Bryce and Craig.
Yep.
Oh, damn. Hell yeah.
Jerry and Roger.
Hey, Jerry Rice is the GOAT. All
He's
wide
the real
receivers.
GOAT. He's a real GOAT. If I were to name 4
So-
players who could play in any era and be like Jim Brown,
Jerry, Lawrence
Walter-
Taylor.
Oh, wow.
and yeah, those are the 4.
Although Lawrence Taylor might be in trouble in this age because every quarterback
Yeah.
would start throwing you his fit about being touched.
That guy would be a flag machine these days.
He's
But,
actually pretty safe at tackling guys. He was just so effective and explosive.
No, but I
He
just
was.
I meant
He was.
that the quarterbacks now you can't even land like elbow on them. Like you can't even have like your elbow like touch them, and they'll complain for like every flag.
You can thank Tom Brady.
I'm not saying that Lawrence Taylor wouldn't be successful in this day and age with the technology and all the diet stuff and everything else, but the way these quarterbacks are overly babied,
Like
I don't know
said,
if LT
you can
could
thank Tom
handle
Brady
it.
for that.
I seriously think he would have been a flag machine. I mean, coaching, and you know would be able to fix that, but he still would be a flag machine at the start. David Corona,
Yes, sir.
who was the quarterback's coach for the 49ers during the 1988 season. He later won the Super Bowl as the head coach himself.
Yeah, I don't know.
He coached in Green Bay.
Oh.
And then he went to Seattle after Green Bay for a little bit.
The guy with the mustache, right?
Starts with an M.
Go ahead, Melissa.
4 letters.
You know.
Mike
He had a
Holmgren.
mustache. You're right.
Yeah, with the mustache, right?
Mike Holmgren.
Yeah, that's right. Mike
The
Holmgren.
OG Andy Reid,
Hell yeah.
the real Andy Reid.
As if I
It makes
could
you
ever
wonder if
forget that
Andy Reid
name.
ever was an assistant coach with him. But John Jay.
Well, wasn't that the whole tree over there in Green Bay? It was Holmgren was like the head coach, and then it was Andy Reid, and it was Mariucci, and all the rest of them were like all assistants underneath him.
Gruden,
And so
I think, was there too.
And that's the reason why Mariucci came out hard for like the 2019 Super Bowl and rooting for Andy Reid, because he was like all like, I used to be an IR coach, but my buddy has never won, and I'm really rooting for my buddy to finally get that recognition and respect, which kind of pissed me off because I like Mooch, but that hurt seeing him root for Andy Reid.
So Andy Reid, 66 years old. He should retire.
I mean,
Wow, it's just showing this head coaching career here.
I don't think Andy Reid's going to retire anytime soon. And the reason I say that is because if I had sons with as many problems as they did with the law, I'd probably reevaluate what I was doing with my life.
Which is true. All right. So we're on John Jay.
Mhm.
Who scored 2 punt return touchdowns during the 1988 regular season?
Wow, this is something. This is a question that you have to know. That like 2 punt returns. Oh man,
He's second all time in the 49ers history for punt return yardage or return yardage.
sheesh.
I only know that because that's one of the, well, you remember that hard book that Korey did?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm probably wrong. I'm gonna say Ronnie Lott.
Anyone want to try to steal?
John Taylor.
Yep. Yes, he's actually second all time in 49er history with return yardage. It's overall
That's
kickoff
why
and
I'm
punt.
just like, yeah, he doesn't get as enough recognition. John Taylor on any other team in the 80s would have been a wide receiver one. He was just
Let's
that
see,
good.
where did he start his career? So Andy Reid was an offensive line coach with us for 83 to 85. And he was on the Green Bay Packers from 92 to 96.
Oh, damn.
Oh, 92 to 98, actually.
And
And
after
that's
he
when
was
he
at
joined the Eagles.
the Eagles.
Yep. So he
shot
started his
ourselves
career with
in the foot.
us, the 49ers.
We shot ourselves in the foot. We sent all of our
Shout out
talent
to
to Green Bay.
Bill Walsh and his, coaching tree. So, Sentinel,
And George
which
Howard.
singer, songwriter performed the national anthem at Super Bowl 23? That's a crazy question.
Okay, a singer, songwriter, or a band.
It's a singer songwriter.
Okay.
So it's a single person. Oh wow. Anyone want to try to steal?
I'm just gonna throw out a random name that just came to my head. I'm probably very wrong, but Lionel Richie.
Billy Joel.
Ooh.
That's a tough one, huh?
I was going to say
All
Huey
right,
Lewis.
Sponge.
Yeah, that's a good.
This is a question.
One to get.
I'm actually looking at the answers here. Sponge might get it. I doubt it, though. Spongy? The 49ers wide receiver and DB coaches in 1988 also went on to land NFL head coaching jobs in the future. Who are they? Anyone else here? Oh, okay, you're there. I was going to ask if anyone else heard crickets. Anyone want to try to steal?
George Seaford and Mike Shanahan? Or Mike
I didn't
Nolan?
remember. The first one I didn't remember was even on the 49ers staff. But I'll give you a hint. They are who we thought they were.
Oh, in the screen.
That's one of them. Dennis Green. Ray Rhodes is the other
Ray
one.
Rhodes. Ray Rhodes. He played for us.
I think he did. All right, Melissa.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Young rushed for a 49-yard game-winning touchdown to give the 49ers a famous Week 9 win over which opponent? A, Green Bay, B, Minnesota, or C, Tampa Bay?
B, Minnesota.
That's it.
I remember that.
And we are on Corona. I got a few minutes for him to come back. Ooh. Jerry Rice is a beast. That's what involves the last question. The last question actually is, and this is, Corona's not with us right now. But how many receiving yards did Jerry Rice amass during the Super Bowl 23? It has answers, but I'll wait for Corona to come back.
257.
Ooh, dang. I wish. It is over 200, though. It is over 200. Corona.
I think it ends with a 7, but I can't remember if it was 267 or 297.
Ends with a 5. And the reason I know that is the multiple choices are A, 205, B, 215, or C, 225. Corona must be indisposed. Anyone want to try to steal?
225.
Nope. There's only 2 left. 205 or 215. All right, it's 200. It's 215. Yep.
You had just said Jawan Jennings, and I would have gotten 215.
It just shows how much the game has changed as far as like stats.
Well, back then, that was the original West Coast hit 'em on the move offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
But
it's
wasn't it also
evolved
like
into all kinds of different things.
wasn't it also like a big thing that Raheem Mostert ran for all the yards that he did against the Packers in the 2019 championship game? Because like
That's
he used to
I
be a running
believe
back
that's an
game, and
NFL. I
then
think that's an NFL.
nobody's ever done that
record, isn't it?
before.
Yeah, I think it's an actual NFL record.
And the crazy part was he wasn't even the featured back to begin the game. Tevin Coleman was, and then he got injured, and Raheem Mostert had to step up.
I remember that because, like, James threw what 8 passes that game.
Luckily.
He always started with the full like given name,
like
like
the
he
only
doesn't
thing they
even get the
remember.
nickname or the initials. He just gets called James. Throwing your back.
What up, buddy?
What's
Well,
going
I'm
on?
about to end it because I got to get going. I actually got to go pick up my Jeep parts. So
Well, I hope you guys all
going to
have
be
a
a first thing
safe.
in the morning before it gets hot. Them are going on.
I hope you all have a safe, happy holiday.
Thank you.
Please
Yeah.
be careful if you're traveling.
If you have
Yes,
too much
that
to
is the
drink,
truth. And be careful if you're shooting fireworks, folks.
Yep.
If you
Yeah.
got things that are going high in the air, make sure you put something to weight it so it don't fall over and shoot at a family with 8 kids and them all just sit there in their chairs and watch it go by like it's no big deal.
Hmm.
This happened. This happened, folks. This happened. My neighbors, they just watched it like it was nothing. It was like things gonna explode,
Oh. Yep,
Yeah,
you guys be safe.
that
You
was
guys
one
be
of those
safe.
things.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like we always say, F all 31 teams, and F those lambs.
Yep.
that's right, folks. Everyone have a
Amen.
happy Independence Day. Be safe. And like Corey Davis says, F all 31 other teams.
Yep.
And it's always F the